So now the thing is, why the adversarial example exists? Do you know? Do you have some idea? Comment down no if you don't have any idea regarding the same. Okay, we got one reply. No idea, sir. Okay. So the thing is, previously researchers gives the reason that it is because of the high non-linearities in a neural network and overfitting. So basically, by this, what they mean, we overfit a specific data set. Suppose we are working on a cat and dog classification, and we are classifying the cat image and a dog image. So what we will do, we will give the image a lot of cat images, a lot of dog images. So that's what they said. We overfit a specific data set and we actually don't understand what the data set is about. So that is given as one of the explanation. So after this, Ian's Goodfellow, which is basically one of the researcher who proposed the GANs also. So gave the answer that it is not because of the high non-linearities of the neural network. It is because of the linearity in a neural network. Okay, they give the mathematical explanation for the same, and this is a paper. You can check if you want. Okay, explaining and harnessing adversarial examples. Okay, so let's design a method to generate adversarial example. Let's see how it is because of the linearities in neural network, how the adversarial example exists because of the linearity. So suppose this is one of the neuron we have, in which we are basically using the function, the linear regression. Okay, W transpose X plus V. It is the neuron without the activation, or you can say that the activation is X. Okay, so we give an input of X1, X2. This is the input we are giving, and we are getting the prediction Y8. So suppose we train this network, and after a successful training, we got our weights. Okay, this is the weights, and let's say the bias is 0. Okay, so for this X, this X is basically an image. So an image, and what we have done, we have encoded into a one column. Okay, flatten it down, and this is the X. Okay, the pixel value. And what we have done, we calculate the Y hat using this function, W transpose X plus V. Okay, if you know about the linear regression and all those things, so it is very easy for you to understand this mathematics. So you get a Y hat equal to -4. Now our target is to modify the X such that the Y hat changes drastically. What I mean, if I can make a little changes in a X dash such that it is approximately equal to X, and we get a different Y hat, the different value of Y hat. So how we are going to do it? So first we need to see dy hat by dx x star. It means an adversarial example. So we will differentiate it. Basically what this differentiation is telling, the impact of on y hat of x star. There's some mistype. So it should be impact on y hat of x star. So we got an omega transpose if you differentiate it with respect to x star. Okay, so now if you can do a little changes in an x star, it will be x plus epsilon omega transpose. Okay, it w, not omega, it is w transpose. It's a weight vector. Okay, so if I put this into this equation, this one, so we get this kind of equation. So y hat x star will be omega transpose x star plus b, and we put the x star, our x star will be x plus epsilon omega w transpose. So W transpose and we simplified the equation, we will get this result. Okay. Now here you can see W transpose is basically W squared. So it was always a positive quantity, and epsilon, here we have a epsilon. So wait a second. Okay. So if you give a positive epsilon, epsilon is a very small quantity. So if you give a positive epsilon, your y hat will go in a increases in a direction, in a positive direction, and if you give a negative epsilon, your y hat will be less. Okay. So in this example, what we have done, we have taken the epsilon equal to 0.2, and we created an adversarial thing, the adversarial examples for the same, and we get y hat extra equal to 1.6. So you can see that on small changes in an x, it's a 0.2% of all those things. All 0.2% is very slight, just 1.02. Here we are basically 3.06. Okay, so basically we are just changing the weights, the x, by only a smallest quantity, and we are and we get some different y hat. Here we are getting -4, and here we are getting 1.6. So it basically changes the input. So now the thing is, if you will see this equation, then if W is very large, suppose it has very bigger quantity, then if your epsilon is smaller also, like 0.1, suppose W is 2000, then a 200 pixel can be a value change can be very much, and it can change the x. So if W is very large, x star can't be approximately equal to x. X star is basically the adversarial example, but we need, as we need the same, we need that x star is approximately equal to x, but since W is very bigger, we cannot do it. So researchers, what they gave, they said that instead of using the W transpose, what we will use the sine of omega. And if we use the sine of omega, then we can push in a desired direction what we want. Okay. So this is all that thing, and and due to this explanation, we will have fast gradient sine method, that is for the neural network. Now many of you are thinking this is for the linear network, we are using the linear regression, then why it is happening for a neural network, as neural network is one of the non-linear network. Okay, so the thing is, we are basically moving forward in making the neural network linear. We use the ReLU activation. If you know, then ReLU activation is basically a linear activation function. Okay, and we are using various kernel initializer. So basically they are basically what we are doing, we are just making the neural network into a linear design, and that's way we are making them to train faster. Okay.